According to what is written in the book of Genesis, Noah's Ark was an enormous structure constructed at God's direction that protected Noah, his family, and two of every variety of land animals from the worldwide flood that occurred 4,350 years ago. Welcome to my channel, Historical Studies. Before diving into the mysteries of history, there is a small reminder. If you are really interested in this kind of information, do not hesitate to subscribe to my channel and hit on the bell icon if you don't want to miss out on our new videos. History. Turkey's Uzungili in 1959. Army Captain İlhan Darupınar flies an aerial reconnaissance mission for NATO. In order to map an unknown area in the Turkish highlands, Captain Darupınar captured some pictures from his plane. The government wants updated pictures because the landscape was transformed a few years ago by 3 significant earthquakes. The flight is routine until he spots something strange. He is essentially flying over the center of Norway. When he notices an amazing formation in the rocks below, he took an image of it. The captain is shocked to see what appears to be the remains of a sizable ship that is 6,500 feet above sea level when the picture is taken. What would a boat be doing way up there? Some believe he may have just discovered an answer to a significant biblical mystery that has confused humans for thousands of years. Noah's Ark, the mysterious Ark. The biblical book of Genesis contains the story of Noah's Ark. Adam and Eve are the first humans. After God creates the universe, they go on to populate the earth. Noah was born 10 generations later. According to Genesis, God begins to lose faith in people during the time of Noah. Humankind become evil and sinful, and God sees all this and is very, very displeased by it. And he basically makes the decision to press the reset button. He's going to start again by destroying everything he has made that is alive. God spares Noah and his family on one condition. He must build an ark and fill it with pairs of each animal that lives on the planet. The ark is a very large ship. It is built to survive the coming deadly flood that will cover the earth. According to the book of Genesis, the flood lasted for 40 days and 40 nights. The ark eventually came to rest on the mountains of Ararat as the floods eventually receded back into the earth. Actually, Mount Ararat still exists as a mountain today. Aerial photography by Darupınar was taken only a few kilometers south of them, which is a huge peak in Turkey. The Great Flood fiction has served as a metaphor and a warning that God punishes wrongdoing for ages, according to historians and religious academics. Darupınar's photos create a real kind of firestorm of controversy and excitement. People are very excited because if these pictures actually represent Noah's Ark, they will be able to prove that everything the Bible says about this entire event is true. According to research, a significant flood may have actually occurred close to where Darupınar's picture was taken in Turkey. And at the bottom of the saltwater Black Sea, they find remains of freshwater animals dating back to around 5,000 or 6,000 BC. Additionally, bedrock tests using soil samples show that this area was formerly a freshwater lake before it suddenly changed. According to the concept, a massive glacier that had been present for about 8,000 years suddenly collapsed, and it causes this massive upsurge of the Mediterranean Sea that floods all the surrounding areas, including what's now the Black Sea. A man by the name of Leonard Simmons passes away in England in the 1980s. Simmons had a very interesting life. As a Royal Air Force officer, he traveled widely over the world and the Mediterranean region. He also gathered many different artifacts, which he brought back to England with him. Simmons' son Douglas shows up one day in 1985 with a small clay tablet that is 4 inches high. Not very big. It's covered front and back in cuneiform script, the writing of ancient Mesopotamia. Simmons meets with Dr. Irving Finkel, who is a chief curator of Near Eastern artifacts at the British Museum. And Finkel seems to be truly amazed as he works with this text. Finkel is aware that each and every scratch on this tablet is gold. His eyes scan the first line, and he's almost drowning in excitement at this point because in that tablet there was information about a devastating flood. Finkel asked Simmons if he can keep the tablet to fully translate it, but Simmons declines. Finkel has devoted his life to studying ancient cuneiform writings, and he is aware that this tablet is unique. Finkel's department at the British Museum includes over 130,000 of these clay cuneiform tablets, most of which were unearthed in 1852 in Iraq. Cuneiform was primarily used by ancient Mesopotamians to keep track of things like provisioning, the number of ducks required for a feast, and other similar things. However, they also recorded at least one thrilling historical story, the Epic of Gilgamesh. The poem recounts the exploits of King Gilgamesh, who ruled in ancient Mesopotamia, an area near modern-day Iraq. The story opens with a massive flood that the gods send and that essentially destroys everything. The Epic of Gilgamesh, which matches the story of Noah's Ark almost exactly, is thought to have been written between 3,000 and 4,000 years ago, according to the majority of experts. But it's crucial to keep in mind that this tale had been written at least 1,000 years before the tale of Noah's Arkansas. Finally, I'm pretty sure that at many points in history, a group of human beings put their heads together and figured out a way to endure a massive flood. In 2004, it took place in Indonesia. It happened in 2005 after Hurricane Katrina in New Orleans, and it certainly happened 5,000 years ago, inspiring a story that we still tell to this day. That brings us to the end of this video. Thanks for being to the end of the video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and tell us what you think about this video below in the comment section.